Hello and welcome back to my channel. If you're new, welcome. I'm Priscilla. I'm the owner of A Life Full of Simplicity. So you might be wondering, like by the title, you're like, this is an unboxing. Priscilla, why am I looking at your face? Usually all I see is your hands. Or you might not be wondering that. I don't know. I don't read mine, so who knows? Who knows what you're thinking? But I actually, I wanted to do a little story time before we jump over to my table and unbox the Earth, Moon, and Shadow Oracle. Sneak peek. So yeah, I wanted to talk about how I came into getting this particular deck. So I'm sure all of you already know, but Brittany, who owns Cosmic Lunar Soul, I do collabs with her each month. Apologies about our last collab, by the way. My power literally went out, literally in the middle of my sentence too, and it was out for hours, so I couldn't get back on. Really sorry. We are going to do a part 2, just to let you know. Anyway, little digression there. So yes, she kickstarted the deck. And I had seen the deck around. I was very interested in this particular deck. Love the imagery that I saw and things like that. So yeah, she kickstarted it. She received it. She unboxed it on her channel. Obviously, I watched her unboxing. I watch all her videos, so obviously. I have also seen a few other unboxings, specifically the bundle set, which, again, will be linked down below. Everything is always linked down below in the description box, so I will leave the bundle set if you'd like to check that out. That is 155 USD. So I watched a few people unbox this deck. So Brittany, what she kickstarted, and then I watched Dustin, Boho Tarot, pretty sure Danny Mystic also, and Wicked Moonlight as well. So I watched all their unboxings of this particular deck. Now my plan, or something that I was hoping anyway, I don't know, because I've seen creators when they've done more than one Kickstarter, sometimes they'll be like, well, you can add on this previous deck that I made on this Kickstarter, or maybe they would add it as another option if you wanted to get this deck also. I've seen that a few times from different creators, so I was hoping that possibly with the Wisdom of the Pooh Tarot, because that one I really, no hands down, I will be getting that. Like, that is for sure. I'm going to kickstart it. Winnie the Pooh is like my childhood. I have like emotional bond with the original Winnie the Pooh from E.H. Shepard, like the original artwork. I actually have the books and things. So my mom used to read them to me when I was a child. So I have an emotional connection with the original Winnie the Pooh. So I was thinking, okay, maybe they would add it as an add-on, or maybe you'd be able to get it on their Kickstarter. I was going to ask Serefina when the time grew closer, because we're still, like, it's in February, but we're still far away from the Kickstarter. And I was going to ask if, you know, if this would be added as an addition, because this is $72 USD. I'm pretty sure with shipping and everything, I'd probably be spending around 150 Canadian, which is, it's not a small amount of money. So yes, so I was hoping I could just get it at the same time as the Wisdom of the Pooh Tarot. That way it wouldn't be I wouldn't be breaking my bank, so to speak. So anywho, so Brittany got it, she kickstarted it, whatever, we were talking about it and things like that. And then afterwards, she messaged me telling me that the creator by mistake sent her another copy of the deck, and she asked me if I wanted it. She said that she reached out to the creator, let her know that she got an extra copy by mistake, and the creator just told her to, you know, keep it, do what you want with it, pretty much, you know, give it a good home kind of thing. And she asked me if I wanted it, and I was like, so shocked. Like, I was so shocked. I was just like sitting there staring at the message like, are you serious right now? Like, I'm like, what is going on? So I was like, yeah, I would love that, you know. And then we were talking about like her shipping it to me, and I was like, you know, take your time. There's no need to rush. It's fine, you know. Hopefully, I'll get it sometime before Christmas, and that's that. And that's it, and that's all. Fast forward, I don't even know how many weeks it was. Like, I think it was a week or two or something like that. I had been sharing a few things from Ruin Vervain, which is the business, the company, the small business that well, Serefina's business is Serefina's business, pretty much. And I had been sharing like things from Wisdom of the Pooh, Tarot, and then some of her sales and things like that she has going on for Thanksgiving and Black Friday and whatever else. Like I had been sharing things. I'm very big on Instagram and sharing other people's things, so you know that there's awareness and things like that. And people get to see and follow accounts and things like that. So we had been talking back and forth, like saying thank you for sharing, things like that. And then she had reached out and said, you know, I've been meaning to message you. I wanted to know if you wanted to review my Oracle deck. And I was like, wait, what? I was so shocked. I was like, what's going on? I'm like so confused. I'm like, okay, what? So it was funny because you know, Brittany already said she would send me this copy, so I wasn't gonna say, yeah, send me, like, no, I'm not gonna do that. So I explained to her, you know, funny enough, you know, Cosmic Lunar Soul, right? And then I went into this whole thing, and I was like, well, she mistakenly got an extra copy, and well, long story short, she's gonna send me the deck. So we were both like, oh, that's really funny. And then I messaged Brittany because I thought it was like so funny, like so funny, that she messaged me. And I told Brittany, oh yeah, she messaged me. She reached out and she said she wanted me to review her deck. And then we were both like, yeah, the universe really wants you to have this. Like, it's really meant to be that this deck is in my possession right now. So yeah, it was a wild ride that this deck came into my possession and is here now, and I'm so excited to be unboxing it. I do want to thank Brittany, obviously. Thank you so much for sending me this deck. It really means a lot. I'm very appreciative, very appreciative. And I also want to thank Serefina so much for reaching out. Like, I know they didn't send me this copy, but you know, they took time to reach out to me to ask me if I wanted to review their deck. So thank you so much as well. I really appreciate it, especially since I'm a smaller account. My YouTube channel is smaller as well. So I always appreciate when businesses, whether indie or publishers, reach out to me and ask me to review you know, their beauties, the things that they birthed. You know, their beautiful decks that they put work and effort into. So I always appreciate those things. So yeah, thank you so much. So without further ado, let's head over to my table and get to looking through this gorgeous, gorgeous deck. So now that you know the story behind how I got this deck, let's actually unbox it because look at this packaging, so pretty. So there is this little sticker. I think it's a sticker. I don't know if it's a sticker, but there was this in the box. Cute. And then put that there. Look at that. Oh, the attention to detail is so beautiful. I really want to keep this. So let's see if I'll be able to do that. Okay. Let's undo the string. Yes. Nice. I'm keeping this. I'm gonna put it in the box because this is so cute. I'll probably cut the string a bit, or can I take the string out? No, I'll probably cut the string. So for now, I'll just leave this here. Okay, so such pretty paper. Oh my god, I'm so excited. Look at that. Oh my god, I'm so excited. Look at the paper. So pretty. Look. If it'll focus. Look, little motif. Oh, so cute. Love that. Then we have the book. If it'll focus. Oh. Oh, the book got a bit damaged here. That's okay. Not a big deal. But look at the book. So pretty. Oh, I'm so excited to dive into this. Okay, so I'm going to change the positioning. That way we can get into the guidebook and the deck. Okay, so back to our usual setup. I put the little things over here. So let's go ahead and go through the guidebook first. So the deck is the Earth, Moon, and Shadow Oracle. This is the guidebook for it. It is larger than the box. So it is provided outside of the box. And both the deck and the book are by Serefina, Yeshe, Mesa. Apologies if I mispronounced the name. Apologies. The artwork for both the deck and the guidebook are by Cat L. Amsel. Okay, so here we go. In the back here for the book, we see it says, "May this oracle gently embrace all those souls embarking on a self-healing journey, and may this guidebook provide the tools and prompts to explore the dark crevices of the shadow with love and purpose." Oh, I love that so much. And then it says, "So shall it be." Love that. And all of these items you can purchase directly from the creator. Their website will be linked down below in the description box. I will link both the individual deck, which retails for $72 USD, as well as the bundle that you can get. It's like a bundle box. That one retails for $155 USD. So that will be linked down below. The creator's website is Rue and Vervain. I will also link their Instagram account so you can give them a follow as well. So definitely check out the description box below if you would like to see where everything is from. So yes, and also if you didn't watch the introduction, just to let you know, I did not purchase this. This was gifted to me from my friend Brittany, who is Cosmic Lunar Soul, as I said already in the introduction. Their channel will be linked down below. And yeah, I'm super excited to dive into this. I just want to read what's on the back of the box before we dive into the guidebook. So here it says 48 Oracle cards and guidebook, a deck designed to explore the dark crevices of the shadow self, rather, with compassion and purpose. Love that so much. Okay, so let's get into the guidebook. So it seems like the type of pages is that waxy type of paper, which I don't mind, but just to let you know, it's like that waxy type of paper. Then we have here table of contents. So we have acknowledgments, we have a dedication, a preface from the author, from the artist, introduction, working with this oracle, cleansing and connecting with this oracle, trigger, transformation cards, card spreads, the cards, and it goes into the cards. So this is, at least they list all the cards in the table of contents. I absolutely love that. You can just go right into the card. You can just find the page and go right to the card. Okay, so I want to read this, but before I do, I actually want to read more about the creators. Okay, so about the author and creator Serefina Yeshe Nayo. Here it says Mesa. Not sure about pronunciation. Again, apologies if I mispronounce anything. I always try my best. So here it says, I am Serefina, a Buddhist bodhisattva. I'm sorry again if I mispronounced that. Witch, empath, and healer. I have gifts of claircognizance, clairaudience, and clairsentience. I have a divine connection to the earth and feel there is primordial energy and magic in nature. Through her gifts, I believe that power can be harnessed and shared. It says, I was born and raised in Southern California. However, I have spent the last 22 years in Maryland. I currently live and practice in Baltimore, where I share my life with my partner of 21 years and our 2 beagles. Together, we have 2 gifted children, a son that is 25 and lives in Southern California, and our daughter who is 23 and lives in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Awesome. And then it goes a bit into their particular journey, which I will leave here for you to read. And then we have the artist here, which is Kat. So Kat is an artist living and working in Northeast Ohio. She has a BS in wildlife biology from the University of California, PA, where she also took painting and drawing classes. Her main specialty is acrylic paintings, but she also works in watercolor and ink. Very nice. Her artwork ranges from surrealism to detailed and realistic wildlife art that is given her own interpretation through color and line work. She is inspired by the natural world around us and explores this relationship by merging elements of nature into all her work. That is amazing. Okay, so then we have this. Please read before going further. So here it says, before we begin this type of work, it is vital that we take a moment to check in with ourselves and where we are in our own spiritual journey and practice. It is absolutely okay to not be ready for an emotional task. Shadow work can be deeply intensive, and it requires us to be raw, vulnerable, and extremely honest with ourselves. Because of this, it should only be attempted when we can face these dark crevices with support, clarity, and compassion. 100%. I definitely agree with all of this. It took me 6 years of working on myself before I could even think about embarking on a shadow journey. No one can force us, nor should we try forcing ourselves into facing our shadow. Facing the shadow when we are unprepared or ill-equipped to manage what arises can be detrimental to our mental, spiritual, and emotional health. 100%, 100%. The Earth, Moon, and Shadow Oracle was created and intended as a tool for personal development, spiritual guidance, and emotional well-being only. Nothing written within the pages of this book is meant to replace mental health intervention, professional therapy, treatment, rehabilitation, or medical assistance. Of course, 100%. Very good. Love that very much. We have a trigger warning. So the following introduction has personal stories from the author and at times may gently reference sensitive subject matter, including childhood abuse, sexual assault, and suicide. If the reader feels they may find the subject matter triggering, please proceed with caution. Makes sense, makes sense. I do love that. I will read the introduction after and from the artist. We have what is shadow work section, which is always great. We have working with this oracle, so it goes into some shadow work prep. We have the cleansing and connecting with this oracle, so we have some cleansing and grounding. Some connecting. Then we have some trigger cards, trigger and transformation cards. So let's see. Working with different aspects of the shadow can be triggering, especially in the beginning. While we may be open to working with whatever shadows arise from our work, we may not always be ready or prepared to handle the feelings that surface. It is crucial that we do not force this practice. Make sense? To confront something that we are not ready to face can actually do harm, or worse, derail our healing, 100%. I would even go as far as it could even make you spiral, especially if you have severe mental illness. You could definitely spiral from doing shadow work when you're not ready to face those specific details of your past or traumas and things like that. So I definitely agree with this. For another layer of protection, it is recommended that while the reader is walking through the deck, spend time identifying the cards that stir up extremely difficult emotions or reactions. These will be our trigger cards. Okay. When a trigger card appears in a reading, they will act as a warning to the reader, indicating that this particular shadow may be difficult and sensitive one to work with. Interesting. This is the time to check in with ourselves to ensure we are capable and ready to work with this particular aspect of our shadow. Very nice, very nice. I think I'm going to do this after we go through the cards. Okay, and then we have transformation cards. So shadow work is necessary but daunting work. So not for the faint of heart. It requires navigating the darkest, most painful aspects of ourselves. With the subject matter being so difficult to work with, it is important to recognize our progress as we journey into these shadowy crevices. Transformation cards shine a light on our evolution. While walking through this oracle and reflecting on the images, pull out the cards that stir up the strongest feelings of joy and inspiration. Identify the card or cards that fill us with a sense of purpose and drive and reignite our childlike curiosity. These will be our transformation cards. When one of our transformation cards appears in a reading, it is a reassurance that our spirit guides that we are on the right path. Each time one of these cards appears, we should take a moment to acknowledge how far we've come and celebrate our progress. Transformation cards let us know that the effects of our shadow work are being acknowledged and the cosmic wheels of transformation are already in motion. I love that. And then we have some spreads here. We have shadow reveal spread. We have an attachment spread. We have working with difficult shadow spread. I'm excited for all these spreads. We have a shadow integration spread, which is interesting. I love spreads, so I'll probably do a lot of these. So, okay, let's see what we have here for each card, and then we can go into the cards themselves. I love how there's footnotes. Takes me back to my ancient history degree when we had to do footnotes in all our essays. Chicago style. So here we have the title, we have keywords, we have a black and white photo of the card. We seem to have a quote, and then it goes into some information. So about a 1.5 page for that one. Okay, so it seems to range from about 1.25 to 2 pages almost, depending on the card. Interesting. Okay, that's good. Obviously, I'm going to shuffle and pull a card and we'll read from the guidebook. And then it goes into, about the creator, the artist, and then we have, love this, so cute. Love a sigil. I love a sigil. And then we have a glossary at the end, which is awesome. And have some words that we can use, that we can look up if we need to. That's great. And of course, the website. So yes, this will be linked down below, as I said already. Okay, so let's get into the deck. I love it. So it's black on the inside. Okay, let me take out the cards here. So we have a certificate of authenticity, 210, nice. The creator signed the card, and we have a beautiful sigil. I really love this sigil, so nice. Awesome. Ooh, it's like shiny too. Cool. Okay. The writing is shiny. The marker that the creator used is shiny. I think it's a silver marker. Okay, so let's take out the paper. Okay, so here are the backs. Very nice. The cardstock is apparently 400 DSM. It is recycled white core matte lamination, according to their website. Very nice. I don't riffle shuffle. So as I said in the beginning, I will leave Brittany's video down below, Cosmic Lunar Souls videos. You'll find that in the description box. I only overhand, so that's what I'm going to show at the end when it's time to shuffle. So we have the cards for the spreads. I love this because honestly, from what I know, the keywords are on the card. So you don't necessarily need to bring the book if you're traveling. So technically having the spreads as cards is like fantastic in my opinion. So we have the attachment spread. Okay. So let's get into the cards. So those were all the cards, and I'm absolutely in love. I love the artwork so much. Oh my gosh, so gorgeous. Okay, so now I want to do the trigger and transformation cards before I pull one to read, before I shuffle and pull one to read. Okay, let's see. Okay, let me see here. Okay, so those would be my triggers. Let's see. So these are neutral. Neutral cards. Okay. So for the trigger cards, okay. This just reminded me of Birds. The Alfred Hitchcock movie. Yeah, birds freak me out. So this whole imagery is like, ooh. Then we have the bleeding heart. I would say probably a trigger for the word vulnerability, something I definitely have to work on for myself. The imagery actually here was what I would say would be my trigger. It felt very raw, very emotional. This card felt very emotional, in my opinion, with their head down. It looks like they're in water, possibly, which is definitely interesting. So I definitely like that. This one was very strange with the eyes. And then you have the two people. I'm assuming this is a mirror, possibly, that they're looking into. Honestly, it gave me very either Eight of Swords or Nine of Swords vibes. Then we have the Predator and Prey. Just the fact that the crow is going, or the raven is going after the little mouse. I was like, oh. And then we have the scavenger. I think for me, like, it was really like the pile of bones. Really felt like, I know there was a card on death, but this felt more death related than anything. Oh, here we go. This one, Death Valley. But this, like, feels fine. Like, the keywords are like emptiness, hopelessness, and challenges. But I usually welcome challenge, so I wouldn't really say this is a trigger. This one feels more, I don't know, death vibes. Death vibes. Then for the transformation cards, I pulled quite a number of them. I pulled As Above, So Below. I love this because this reminds me of like the Magician card. And for me, the Magician is all about reaching inward to complete something, that you are the resource, you have the resources available to you to complete whatever your goal is or whatever you're going towards. And this is what kind of felt like to me with the duality and the balance and the flow. Things are flowing in a certain way. So I definitely love that. Awakening. This always very feels like joyous and happiness in my opinion. I love autumn, so this is definitely a transformation card. Love autumn so much. One of my favorite season, and it's definitely yeah, it's definitely one that brings me joy, especially with the new paths and everything. I'm always trying to find new paths, so I definitely love that. Then we have hidden paths. Now, I like the keywords that are here, but to me, hidden paths are like an opportunity. So opportunities usually bring me joy. So that's what I feel with this particular card here. Then we have Rising Sun. Honestly, this whole card, it looks very happy in my opinion. Bright colors. We have, I believe this is a lotus flower. Very nice. Now, I'm not one that likes summer personally, but I do love this card. Very fire energy, very warm. You get a lot of warmth from the imagery. Love the keywords with the creativity. I'm very creative, so definitely transformation card for me. Then we have the Lotus, which is a very interesting card, with the past, transcendence, evolution. I like the evolution. That's, I think, probably what I relate to with this particular card. Evolution. This to me felt like ancestry with the tree, especially with white oak. Like oak is supposed to be very old tree, supposed to be considered wise and things like that. So I felt like this gave me like ancestor vibes. And I love that it's associated with healing. Now, you would think with this card, this would be a trigger, but honestly, I'm all about the aspect of a butterfly and the fact that it comes from a cocoon and it transforms itself. So I actually really love this card. And for me, I associate it as transformation. It would be a transformation card for me because I'm always trying to, in a way, better myself and make sure that I am transforming and that I become butterfly over and over again. So I definitely love this card. So yes, love that. Okay, so now let's shuffle. I want to see how this shuffles. Cardstock is so smooth though. Like, oh, it's like butter. I like it. I wonder if it'll stick. No, it's pretty nice actually. It glides nicely. I love that. Yeah, this shuffle is nice, like real nice. I like that very much, actually. Ooh, losing cards, losing cards. Ooh. Okay, that one wants to come out. So do a bunch of others. Okay, let's read for... Ooh, Third Eye Blind. Interesting. Okay. Okay, so we're going to read for Third Eye Blind. Okay, table of contents here. They're in alphabetical order, which is fantastic. So this is on page 111. Okay, 111. Third Eye Blind. Ignoring intuition, self-doubt. In the land of the blind, The third-eyed man is king. Dean Kavanaugh. At a very young age, the world begins to unravel our belief in our innate instincts and stifle our voice. By the time we are adults, we have not only lost our childlike curiosity, but our ability to trust ourselves. This is especially true when our instincts contradict what's considered acceptable by society, our peers, or our parents. The older we get, the further separated we become from our spirit and ultimately spend the rest of our lives seeking answers and validation outside of ourselves. When third eye blind comes up in a reading, it encourages us to acknowledge that deeper truth that has been buried deep within us by fear and doubt for so long. The situation at hand has culminated from ignoring the shouts and screams from our divine inner guidance. We must step out of our denial and step into our truth. Now is the time to re-engage with ourselves on a profound level and practice speaking from our soul. It is time to stop stifling that inner voice and remove the blindfold and embrace our third eye vision. Wow, I love that so much. It's very true that a lot of the time we ignore our own inner voice because of society and people around us, because of external factors. So yeah, I do agree with that. That's beautiful. I love that so much. Honestly, that was so good. So good, so good. I want to do a spread. I want to play. Which spread do I want to do? I want to do the shadow reveal spread. What shadow am I hiding from myself? What from my past created this shadow? How can I best work with this shadow? Interesting. Yeah, I think I want to do this spread here. So you know what? I'm going to change up the angle. And then we can do this spread together. Okay, so actually I think I'm going to move this over here. Put that there. Okay, let's shuffle out 3 cards. I want to take this one. So 1. I'm going to take this one. So 2. And one last one. I'm going to take that one. Okay. Let's see here. Okay, so again, this is the spread. Okay, so first card. What shadow am I hiding from myself? Okay, we have hidden paths, awareness, mindfulness, and self-mastery. Second question, what from my past created this shadow? We have as above, so below, duality, balance, and flow. And then number 3, how can I best work with this shadow? We have memory and mind, guidance, analysis, and application. Okay, I want to dive into the book a bit because this is the first time I'm doing a spread with this particular deck. Hidden paths. So just from the question itself, it's like, what shadow am I hiding from myself? So possibly, maybe I'm hiding my awareness in regards to something. So let's see. It says the term mindful has been thrown around a lot lately. It's often used just another way of saying be careful, but in actuality, it is a much deeper meaning. Mindfulness is the practice of connecting with everything we do on a deeper level. Everything. It means slowing down and making each movement, every step intentional. Mindfulness is widening our awareness as vast and wide as we can possibly conceive. For example, instead of mindlessly sipping a cup of tea while reading or watching TV, mindfulness causes us to pause and observe every sip as if it is the first cup of tea we have ever had. Can we open our awareness enough to feel that tea? A mindful cup of tea means feeling the cold porcelain cup against our lips, noticing the different sensations in our mouth as the hot tea floods our tongue and taste buds. It becomes less about drinking a cup of tea and more about exploring a cup of tea. Only when we practice mindfulness in our daily lives are we able to notice the subtle signs and hidden opportunities that surround us. When we are able to fully connect to the world that surrounds us, our awareness becomes elevated and our senses become heightened. Mindfulness opens the third eye and allows us to see that which we may have missed, that we have been moving through our day on autopilot. When we slow down and just observe, notice, and approach things with childlike curiosity, we will find all that is hidden will be revealed. Okay, so what shadow am I hiding from myself? I'm going to say awareness. I'm going to go with the awareness of the things that I'm doing day to day and the fact that I'm not taking enough time to slow down and be more attentional about my awareness. Then we have what from the past created this shadow. Then we have duality, balance, and flow. That's interesting. As above, so below. So the phrase as above, so below can be traced back 36,000 years BC to the Hermetic Emerald Tablets. The texts were authored by Thoth, the Atlantean priest king who began a colony in Egypt. It is used to illustrate that whatever happens here on Earth is also reflected in the astral plane. In other words, the microcosm, such as our individual lives, is affected by the macrocosm or society and the global community. When as above, so below appears in a reading, it is asking us to reflect upon our actions how our actions affect the world that surrounds us. Everything on this earth is connected. We are bound by the energy force that flows through and around us. Therefore, every action we take has a rippling effect that reverberates along the waves of energy. Once we have had our eyes opened and had our awakening, we must begin asking ourselves the hard questions. Are we living our lives in harmony with the earth? Are our personal goals aligned with the greater well-being of our fellow humans and our planet? When we are awakened to the fact that we are all connected, we understand that we can no longer continue to walk the earth with blinders on. What good is an awakening if we shut our eyes to the truth we've been shown and hide in our comfortable cocoon of cognitive dissonance? We can no longer function as if we are the center of the universe, or worse, not part of the universe at all. As above, so below reminds us that by burying our heads in the sand, We are not only contributing to the deterioration of the earth and our people, but ultimately we are harming ourselves. Okay, the question is, what from my past has created this shadow? I want to say, so I said awareness. For this card, Hidden Past, I said awareness and the fact that I don't even remember what I said. This is what happens when you don't write down your reading. I always write down my reading, so this is weird for me to be talking through a reading. Okay. Right, not slowing down and being intentional. That's what I said. Okay. So I would say that means that I've been fast-paced, going through the motions, just doing my day-to-day on autopilot, like they stated in the guidebook, like it was stated in the guidebook, being on autopilot, doing things that are not intentional. So I'm going to say that, actually, I'm going to say society. Honestly, society is all about being fast, fast, fast. Like, I know they said that you should be doing things for the greater good in the as above, so below. But the thing is, society has the habit of being like fast paced, and you need to be fast paced in order to like get with it, like get with the, like be part of society pretty much. Like, if you're slow, like people are like, ugh, you know what I mean? Like, so I feel like I'm going to say from society, the fact that we live in a fast-paced world and that slowing down can be very hard in a society where everyone wants you to get things done. They want you to do and go, go, go. So that's what I'm going to say. I'm going to say society. It's ingrained from us from society, or ingrained in me from society. Okay, last question. How can I best work with this particular shadow, which is the hidden paths? And I pulled memory and mind. So let's read that. Memory and mind. Okay, this is guidance, analysis, and application. Okay. In Norse mythology, two ravens sit on the shoulder of the god Odin. Hugin, which is memory, and Munin, mind or thought. Each morning, Odin sends the pair to fly around the world and report back what they have learned. They scour the universe, gathering intel, then return and whisper all they have uncovered into Odin's ear. When memory and mind come flying into a reading, they bring new clarity and understanding of the situation. Hugin and Munin, again, apologies if I'm mispronouncing these words. I'm not familiar with them, so apologies. The all-seeing, all-knowing messengers of the spirit come to whisper the secrets of the universe in our ear. New information is becoming known that we cannot ignore. We must use and trust our intuition and inner guidance to understand the missives of the universe. The truth, the answers, and the path forward already exist within us. However, to hear, to know, we must be still and expand our awareness to receive divine guidance. So beyond our ability to receive this divine knowledge is our natural ability to analyze and apply the latest information to our practice. Knowledge is useless without evaluating and applying what we've learned. By marrying our knowledge, memory, with our analytic brain mind, we have the ability to transform our lives and manifest our own destinies. Okay, so the question again was, how can I best work with this shadow? So awareness seems to be coming up a lot. So I think it's about me needing to be aware when I'm going too fast, for one, stopping, thinking about what it is I'm doing, trying to do, what kind of attention I'm trying to put into whatever I'm trying to do, and changing the way that I'm thinking and the way that I'm thinking and putting that into action. So making changes. And then once I make changes, I'm able to, there was something that I wanted to see. There was this said here. I guess, find new clarity, understanding. I'm able to make like significant changes for myself, pretty much. And yeah, make significant changes for myself by slowing down and being more mindful in the intentions that I'm putting onto the things that I'm working towards, and not just like going through the motions and not realizing where I'm going because I'm just going and not stopping and slowing down. So that's what I think. What I think in this particular reading. I think I'm gonna write this down. I'm gonna keep out these cards and write them down because I really like this reading actually. And maybe I can think about it more also. Because like I'm not gonna stand here and just think about it for hours either. Like it's gonna take forever and this video is already long. So yeah, this was the reading that I pulled. I like that though. I think I like this a lot. So that was the Earth, Moon, and Shadow Oracle by Serefina, Yeshe, Mesa, and Kat L. Amsel. Again, apologies if I mispronounced the names of the creators. Apologies. Let me know in the comments below what you thought of this deck. I'd love to hear from you in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, turn on that bell so you can be notified every time I post a brand new video, and don't forget to give this video a thumbs up as it's greatly appreciated and helps me in the long run. Thanks so much, and I hope that you have a great day.